Hello and welcome to Undead Gaming News, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. I'm your host Zombie, and first up this week, Microsoft has completed its $69 billion takeover of Activision Blizzard. It comes as Microsoft was given the green light for the deal after the UK's CMA approved the reformed deal. The Competition and Markets Authority said that its concerns had been addressed after it blocked the original bid. Following the announcement of the deal's success, Activision Blizzard's CEO, Bobby Kotick, confirmed in a letter to staff that he would step down at the end of 2023. Stating, "I have long said that I'm fully committed to helping with the transition. Phil has asked me to stay on as CEO of ABK, reporting to him, and we have agreed that I will do that through the end of 2023. We both look forward to working together on a smooth integration for our teams and players." Despite concerns from rivals such as PlayStation maker Sony and regulators over competition in the gaming industry, Phil Spencer sought to reassure gamers, stating, "Whether you play on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC or mobile, you are welcome here. And will remain welcome, even if Xbox isn't where you play your favourite franchise, because when everyone plays, we all win. We believe our news today will unlock a world of possibilities for more ways to play. Thank you for your ongoing support. We have so much more to come in the months ahead. I'm excited for the future and cannot wait to share it with you." Under the reworked deal, Microsoft has handed the rights to distribute Activision's games on consoles and PCs over to Ubisoft, but while a concession has been made, Microsoft will now control games such as Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and of course Candy Crush, and that will provide the firm with huge revenues. The CMA said the revised deal would preserve competitive prices in the gaming industry and provide more choice and better services. But despite approving the takeover, the CMA also criticised Microsoft's conduct over the near 2-year battle, with the CMA's CEO, Sarah Cardell, saying, "Businesses and their advisors should be in no doubt that the tactics employed by Microsoft are no way to engage with the CMA. Microsoft had the chance to restructure during our initial investigation, but instead continued to insist on a package of measures that we told them simply wouldn't work. Dragging out proceedings in this way only wastes time and money." In reference to the sale of Activision's cloud streaming rights to Ubisoft, she added, saying, "We've made sure Microsoft can't have a stranglehold over this important and rapidly developing market. We were clear that the deal couldn't go ahead because it would have harmed competition, and that would have been bad for UK gamers. We take our decisions free from political influence, and we won't be swayed by corporate lobbying." Microsoft's president Brad Smith said he was grateful for the CMA's thorough review and decision. Microsoft is going to be paying in cash for Activision at a premium price of $95 per share, meaning Bobby Kotick is set for a $400 million payday, with Chairman Brian Kelly earning $100 million, based on the shares that they own. It's also worth noting that this deal only gives Ubisoft the cloud gaming rights for Activision's content for the next 15 years. Once those 15 years are up, Ubisoft will no longer hold those rights. But it's understood that the regulator believes that this time span will see rivals become established for the cloud gaming market to be more competitive. In addition to the success of this deal, Activision Blizzard says that it will start adding games to Xbox Game Pass next year. However, there has not been any confirmation on what those games will be. However, over on Sony's side of things, they've just unveiled a new, more compact version of the PS5, and while they refrained from calling it the PS5 Slim, in its announcement, it's essentially the PS5 Slim, in all but name. The new model looks largely the same as the current PS5, but it weighs around 24% less, isn't as chunky, and comes with a detachable disc drive that bulges out from the side. If you opt for the digital version of this console, you'll be able to buy the disc drive at a later date to then attach it to your console. It features 4 panels, which is of course a departure from the 2 side panels found on the current model. The upper pair boasts a glossy appearance, while the lower pair retains the matte finish found on the current PS5. Sony has confirmed that the current faceplates won't fit the new model, but they will be selling new ones in 2024. On top of that, Sony has also swapped the USB-C and USB-A ports on the front for 2 USB-C ports. And the new PS5 Slim also comes with a 1TB storage instead of the 825GB SSD found on the current machine. As with previous mid-generation PlayStation releases, the PS5 Slim will eventually replace the bulky PS5 once stock of the latter has sold out. It will come with a new horizontal stand, but you'll be able to buy a vertical stand at a later date. Sony also said that the new PS5 model would be released in the US on PlayStation Direct and at select retailers in November, but didn't say exactly when you'll be able to pre-order the new console. Sony stated that the new PS5 will continue to roll out globally in the following months. The new PS5 costs the same as the current PS5, with the attachable disc drive also being sold separately at $100. In terms of accessories, the vertical stand will cost $30, while the upcoming faceplates, which will be available in all matte black, volcanic red, cobalt blue, and sterling silver will cost $45. In terms of specs, however, it's essentially the exact same machine, just with the extra default storage and the slightly slimmer and lighter design. But in other news, Dead Island 2's publisher Deep Silver and developer Dambuster Games have revealed the game's first story expansion. The expansion will see players venture to a completely new post-apocalyptic area to deal with a mysterious cult, and will include completely new weapons and skill cards to aid them on this mission. The DLC's release date will be November 2nd, 2023. It doesn't seem to be available separately, but it is part of the Dead Island 2 expansion pass, which is $30. The expansion pass also includes the Red's Demise Katana weapon and the premium character pack, which are currently available to use. As for future content after this DLC, a second story DLC is expected to arrive in the second quarter of 2024. The DLC will release on all platforms that the base game also released on, meaning that the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series S and X, and the PC via the Epic Games Store will receive this DLC. However, in other news, the Steam accounts of multiple game developers were recently compromised and used to update their games with malware. Fewer than 100 Steam users had the games installed when the malware was added, and they've been directly notified of the risk by email. Although this attempt to use Steam to distribute malware wasn't very effective, Valve has taken a major step to prevent it from happening again. Starting October the 24th, game developers will be required to pass a two-factor authentication check before updating a default branch of a released game, which of course is the version that Steam will automatically deliver an update to most players who have it installed. A text message will be the only way to receive the two-factor authentication code, so Steam partners must register a mobile phone number to be used anytime they want to update their game's main release version. To developers who don't have a phone available, Valve's post about the change says sorry, but they're going to need a phone or some way to get text messages if they want to continue updating their games. Valve said this extra friction for partners is a necessary trade-off for keeping Steam users safe and developers aware of any potential compromise to their account. This recent incident hasn't been the only attempt to gain illegitimate access to Steam partner accounts. Valve says it has seen an uptick in sophisticated attacks targeting the accounts of developers who release games on Steam. Steam partners will also need to use SMS verification to add new users to their group, and Valve says that it plans to add the two-factor security check to other Steam backend actions in the future. However, in other news, 2K Games and Visual Concepts have announced that the servers for WWE 2K22 will close on January the 3rd of 2024. Among the features that will be unavailable are the community creations and of course the online modes and matches. Such a server closure is hardly surprising for sports titles, although WWE 2K22 will be less than 2 years old when its online support is gone. Of course, WWE 2K23 servers are still up, and they actively encouraged everyone to go buy 2K23 in the announcement of 2K22's server closure. As for our final story though, John Riccitiello has resigned as chief executive of the game development tool Unity, following the controversial price change, which angered game developers and gamers alike. The firm wanted to charge studios every time a person installed a game using Unity's code, which powers thousands of modern games. Big developers already pay a licensing fee to use Unity in their games, and the company has since rolled back most of its plans and apologised. Unity has now said John Riccitiello was retiring from the firm effective immediately. No reason was actually given for John Riccitiello's abrupt departure, but it's safe to assume it's linked to his price changes to Unity and the subsequent backlash, which he claims truly humbled him. He joined the company in 2013 from Electronic Arts, which he had been EA's chief executive since 2007, but later resigned after admitting its results would fall short of forecasts and that he was 100% accountable. He took Unity public in September of 2020 in a stock market flotation that valued the business at $13.6 billion. Its share price nearly peaked at $200 over a year later, but has since fallen, and it now trades at $29.70 each. While Unity has been growing its revenue, which reached $553 million in the 3 months to the 30th of June, it remains loss-making. Its most recent quarterly results show a pre-tax loss of $188.5 million, and in John's leaving statement he said, "It's been a privilege to lead Unity for nearly a decade and serve our employees, customers, developers and partners, all of whom have been instrumental to the company's growth. I look forward to supporting Unity through this transition and following the company's future success." He will be replaced as interim chief executive by James Whitehurst, who previously held an executive position at IBM. IBM, of course, is the multi-billion-dollar tech company which is leading advances in AI, automation, and hybrid cloud solutions. But that's all we have time for this week. If you have any thoughts on anything discussed this week, please leave it in the comment section below as always, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.